Well, today I'm going to be showing you something a little bit different than what we're used to. This is the Ethereal Tarot, Ethereal Dreams, and this is done by a gentleman named David Bolt, and I think this came out in 2021, I believe. You can get this in a tuck box version, which is what I have, and the tuck box is pretty good. It has artwork on the inside, which is always a nice touch. And the only problem with this tuck box in this deck is that the cards fit in here really tight. And you can damage cards by putting the flap in, and the first card here will get marked up, and so will this flap. So what I recommend if you get this basic version is to put it into a different container. But this is a marriage between like a poker deck and a tarot deck. In fact, the suits are represented by playing card suits. Clubs are equivalent to wands. Hearts are equivalent to cups. Diamonds are coins or pentacles. And spades are swords. This is an 80 card deck. It is AI inspired and enhanced, and some people like that, some people don't. Now, I have very few AI decks, maybe one or two more in addition to this, so I don't particularly care for them, but I think they're done okay on this deck. This has 2 extra cards. It's an 80 card deck, and our 2 extra cards are Peace and Raptor. And these cards are in lieu of 2 jokers in a poker deck. Here are the backs of the cards. Nicely done. If you don't mind working with non-traditional tarot deck, you might just enjoy this for the artwork alone. Now, it is not a very diverse deck. It's entirely female. And so you get a lot of female energy from these cards. There's no diversity. There's no males present in the artwork. And also the colors are kind of, they kind of look the same. You've got like greens and grays and tans, and but they're kind of muted colors. And which brings us to the Fool and the Magician. I kind of like that magician. It's kind of a take on Witch there for sure, and pretty neat. But that's the Fool and the Magician. Next we have the High Priestess and the Empress. And we have the Emperor and the Hierophant. I'm not put off by an all-female deck, I guess. If it was all males, I don't know if I would have gotten it, because I think the female artwork is more appealing to me anyways. Not to sound sexist, but it is. We have Justice and the Hermit. The Wheel and Strength. We have Hanged and Death. I was trying to decide what type of a backdrop to use for this deck. So I use this. It's a nice painting, medieval type style, but I think it complements the colors of the deck and the artwork. I hope you can appreciate it. Temperance and the Devil. And once again, there's not a lot of really following a traditional tarot style. So it's okay. I mean, I liked it for the artwork, so I got it. And we have the Moon and the Sun. And Judgment in the World. Next, move on to the suit of clubs, which is the equivalent of wands in tarot. our ace and our 2, the 3 and 4, the 5 and 6 of clubs. Also, David Bolt signifies what part of the year it is on these suits. Like the club suit will come up in a second here. I'll show you the season. And the 9 and 10. I think there are just over 3,000 of these created. This version and the deluxe version. Deluxe version has a magnetic box. No guidebooks on these, and none to be found on any of the websites. So here we have the Princess and the Jack. It's like a poker deck. You just start with the Jack, which is equivalent to a knight in tarot. So we have the Princess and the Jack, and the Queen and King. And spring is the season in the club suit. So spring. Next, move on to hearts, which is the equivalent of cups in tarot. Our ace and our 2, 3 and 4, five and 6. And notice we have Capricorn on the 6 of hearts here. 7 and 8. And the 9 and 10 of hearts. The Princess and Jack. The material is a little sensual, so it's partial nudity, but it's done in an artful way. And here we show the suit of hearts represents summer, which we are now in. About time, a long-awaited summer this year. Next, move on to diamonds, which is equivalent of coins or pentacles in tarot. The ace and the 2, the 3 and 4, the 5 and 6, the 7 and 8, and the 9 and 10 of diamonds. And we have Sagittarius on the 9 of diamonds. We have the Princess and the Jack. And the Queen and King of diamonds, represented by autumn. So the diamond suit represents autumn. Next, we move on to spades, which is the equivalent of swords. I put my cards in order. I go wands, cups, and then pentacles, and then swords. That's where I arrange my cards, but personal preference. The 3 and 4 of spades, and we have Cancer is evident on the 3 of spades. We have the 5 and 6. The 7 and 8. The 9 and 10. And we have Pisces is on the 9 of spades. And the Princess and Jack. And finally, the Queen and King of spades And here he finally introduced some blue, a little bit of vibrant blue here. I think it's the only card in the deck that has that nice blue color in it. And spades represents winter. So this is the season of winter for spades. So that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed this. It's an interesting deck if you don't mind a marriage between poker and tarot, but I liked it, and I'm glad I got it. I probably won't get many more AI decks because I generally, I don't know, they're just too busy, too much going on, but that's me. Anyways, well, I hope you've enjoyed this, and thanks again for watching.